Hey there. So, you're a new Jack Russell owner. You've probably already fallen in love with their huge personality and boundless energy, right? But maybe you've also discovered that a big part of that personality is a whole lot of barking. Well, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to break down a really simple, effective fix to bring some much needed peace and quiet back into your life. Let's get right into it. Does this sound a little too familiar? The doorbell rings, and it's just an explosion of noise. A leaf blows by the window, more barking. You're trying to have a conversation, and your dog decides, nope, it's time for a solo concert. Trust me, you are not alone. This is hands down one of the biggest challenges for new Jack Russell owners. And let's just be real for a second. It goes from kind of cute to incredibly overwhelming fast. You might feel like you're at your wit's end, like you've tried everything, or you just have no idea where to even begin. It's genuinely stressful. Okay, but I want you to take a deep breath because here's the good news. This is absolutely 100% a fixable problem. Seriously, you don't have to just live with constant barking. The solution is probably way simpler than you think, and it all starts with understanding your dog just a little bit better. So before we can jump into the how to fix it, we really have to get a handle on the why. The first step to solving any behavior issue is getting to the root cause. And for these little guys, their bark is tied directly to what they were bred to do. And this right here, this is a total game changer in how you see the problem. Your dog is not trying to be naughty or annoy you. These terriers were originally bred for hunting. They were designed to be tiny, fearless, walking alert systems. So that instinct to bark and signal and let everyone know what's going on, it is hardwired into their DNA. They're just doing the job they were born to do. So when that instinct kicks into gear in our modern world, it's usually because of one of these three things. A bored dog is going to find its own entertainment, and that job is often being the CEO of Neighborhood Watch. A dog with way too much pent-up energy has to let it out somehow. And, well, sometimes they've just figured out that barking is a surefire way to make you look at them. All right, so now we get it. We understand the why, so let's get down to business with the action plan. This is a super straightforward 3-step strategy you can literally start using the second this is over. And here it is. This is your entire blueprint. I want you to burn these 3 things into your brain: energy, reward, and redirect. Think of them as the 3 pillars that are going to build your new, quieter home. We're going to break down each one, starting with the most important step of all. Let me be crystal clear about this. Exercise is not just a nice suggestion, it is a non-negotiable requirement. A tired Jack Russell is a quiet Jack Russell. And I'm not just talking about a long walk. Sometimes a 15-minute game of Find the Treats or working on a puzzle toy can actually be more exhausting for their busy brains than a half-hour run. A dog that's tired, both physically and mentally, simply has less fuel in the tank for barking. This is your foundation. Okay, on to step 2. We have all been there. In that moment of pure frustration, we shout, "Quiet," or "Hey," at our dog. But let's try to see this from their point of view for a sec. They don't hear the word. They just hear you making a loud, excited noise. To your dog, it sounds like you're joining the party. It sounds like you're barking right along with them, which of course just makes them want to bark more. So what do you do instead? This takes a little patience and perfect timing. You have to wait for that split second when your dog stops barking, even just to take a breath. It might only be for a single moment at first, but in that tiny little gap of silence, you calmly say yes and pop a really good treat in their mouth. Pro tip: have those treats in your pocket before the barking even starts. This right here is the magic formula. You are actively teaching your dog a super simple but powerful equation. Silence equals good things. Barking gets them nothing, but being quiet gets them praise and tasty treats. Over time, you'll find they start offering you quiet moments on their own because they've learned it's way more profitable for them. And finally, we have step 3. This is your tool for the heat of the moment. The second that barking starts, you need to interrupt it and redirect their focus. Ask for a simple command they know, like sit or touch, or you could toss a favorite toy in the opposite direction of whatever they're barking at. The whole goal is to get their brain to switch gears from that high alert, frantic state to a more focused, problem-solving state. Now, these 3 steps are incredibly powerful, but they only work if you add one secret ingredient. And this isn't about some magical quick fix. It's about building brand new habits for both you and your dog. And here's the promise. If every single person in your house gets on the same page and uses these steps every single time, you will see an improvement. Jack Russells are wicked smart dogs. They catch on so fast when the training is clear, positive, and most importantly, consistent. So you've got the blueprint now. But, knowing the steps is one thing. Really mastering the timing and pulling it off perfectly when the barking's actually happening, that's the next level. That's how you really transform the relationship between you and your dog. For example, how do you reward silence when that pause is literally only half a second long? How do you redirect a dog that is completely obsessed with whatever is happening outside the window? Getting those little details right is what separates slow progress from real, lasting change. So if you're looking for that next level of guidance, there are fantastic resources out there designed to help you nail those details. A structured course can give you that step-by-step support you need to really build your confidence. Because at the end of the day, this is about so much more than just stopping some noise. It's about creating a home where you and your dog can both just relax. It's about building a true partnership that's based on clear communication instead of constant frustration. So, if you're ready to stop guessing and start seeing real results, think about exploring a more guided path. A free dog training course, like the one we've linked to below, can give you that clear, actionable plan you need to really succeed. I'll leave you with this to think about. Just imagine, for a second, that feeling of pride when someone knocks on the door and your dog just looks at you and sits quietly. Imagine a calm evening where you're not on edge waiting for the next outburst. That future is totally 100% possible. Thanks for tuning in.